Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the third time that I'm making something for YouTube. Well, day 3 I guess. Today I thought I would talk about something that I had to deal with over the weekend, and it's not the first time I've ever dealt with it, but it's rejection. Rejection by clothes. Clothing of any kind really, but this time it's been jeans. I've always had trouble with jeans because I'm a tall girl. I'm 6'2", and the longest part of me is my legs, and I have a 37-inch inseam, which is the part that goes from like your hip area down the inside of your leg. So it's like, it's really frustrating when you find something that like fits your body style, the width wise, but it's not long enough in the legs. Or it could be something like even long sleeves for me, because I have very long arms as well. For something to come all the way and touch the bottom of my palm is very scarce, or scarce, not scarce, but it's very frustrating when you know what you want, or you see other people being able to find something in a lower price range, but you can only go to certain places because that's where they have what's in stock for you, and it's not always on sale, so you're paying asking price, and it can be $100 or more, especially for me. There's one store called Long Tall Sally, and it was originally where I used to go, was in a Toronto mall called Yorkdale. And then that one got closed down because there wasn't enough people going to that location. And the only other close location is in Mississauga, which is another hour west of that. And that's 2 hours away from where I'm living now. So that doesn't make sense for me to go and find a pair of jeans 2 hours away. Regardless, where Chris and I went on the weekend was, we went and babysat my parents' dog in Bowmanville, and then we decided to go in for a drive, so we went out to 2 hours west anyways, but we went closer to Barrie, and he knew of places that had jeans that had different type of sizes and styles, and we ended up finding me a pair for under $200, but the size that I tried on, which I had thought I was that size, but it was misleading because not all jeans are sized the same way. Like Levi's might be sized one way, Wrangler's another, Silver one way, and then Big Star and Buckle jeans, and it's just, it was disheartening to have to open up the change room and give her back a stack of jeans and say, these won't fit, they're great in the leg, but now they don't fit other places. Like, it's, your body changes all the time, and it's not something that's never gonna stop, but it's frustrating, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I guess I let it get to me this time, and normally I don't. I find a resolution to something, but I got really upset. Not to the point where it's like a temper tantrum, but like I got quiet, and I'm not usually a quiet person, and Chris didn't know what the heck to do. And the poor guy, and he was trying to cheer me up, but it's like you get so much into your own like head about your body, and you used to look a certain way, or you used to be tinier, or you don't want to be what you are right now. It's almost like that body shaming, but it's internal. And it's just really frustrating. But a long time ago, I realized that my body, I had a growth spurt, and I got really tiny, and I was in sports when I was in high school, so I always had like a same size all throughout, really. And then I started college, and I got a little bit bigger, but to still an okay size, and I could find stuff off the rack lickety split. But ever since one of my good friends passed away, and my grandmother went through cancer, and she got cured and all that, but my body's changed. I'm changing. I've moved. I'm not playing as many sports because I've worked more. So, like, life changed with me, I guess. So, yeah, I tried not to get too hard on myself, but at the same time, I know what it takes to be where I want to be and where I was. It's not that I'm lazy, it's that, and I know I'm not the only one that has this going for them either, because I know lots of my friends that have gone on to working a couple of jobs and moving out and going to university even, and you lose time for things because there's so many hours in a day before you have to go to sleep, and I love my sleep. So, like, don't be so hard on yourself when things don't look the way that you want them to anymore, or fit you the same, because the pair of pants I ended up finding were just a few sizes bigger anyway, but they still fit. And when we held them up to other jeans I already own, it's just the sizing that changed, and it wasn't actually me, myself, becoming bigger. It was the labeling, the sizing of that brand that misconstrued me and made me feel bad about myself in a way. I'm not saying that Wrangler should resize the way that they do. It's just, it was very frustrating because I've been in that position before where during that growth spurt, in 2 months I grew almost 5 inches. And I went from having pants that fit me at the end of the spring, going into next year of school in September, and being like, I have nothing to wear. I have capris. And we didn't know where to go, and at the time my parents didn't have that much money to spend on $100 or more, north of $100, to spend on jeans, because I was a kid and they didn't know how fast or how tall I was going to grow too. So I've always really had 2 pairs of jeans ever since I was 13. So I wonder how many tall women have this story, because there's Long Tall Sally is actually a Europe, UK brand that has crossed seas. Like, I think there's only like 5 or 6 stores in Canada, and one of them is in Mississauga, which is the closest location for me. And that you can order stuff online, but that's not always so practical for one pair of jeans if that's all you're shopping for. Like, there has to be something else, and I have found that in the last 6 years of me trying to find stuff online, it gets lost, or you get lost trying to sort it out, or they don't have something or that appeals to you even. Like, it doesn't make sense that it's like, most of online shopping is conformed to average height, and like a lot of places are pushing that, and Long Tall Sally does have an online site. It's just, who wants more options or variety or more sales? Like, I am registered to their catalog. You get codes over every once in a while that you can go and get like maybe 20% off. But 20% off of $225 boots or more. Or if you buy so many types of pants, you get so much off. And like, really, even when I went to get the pair of pants that Chris and I had found on the weekend, I was talking to the sales ladies, and I was like, jeans for me are not just something to put on. They're an investment. Jeans are an investment for me because I don't get them dirty. I treat them like gold. I make sure that I don't ever put them in the dryer, and if I do, I feel like crap, because I don't want anything to go wrong with them, because I'm spending so much money and I'm keeping them for such a long time that I can't afford in any way to let my jeans become ruined. So I wonder how many other people, and it could be the total opposite too, for short girls, or maybe girls that have a bigger hip size and body style change. Like, why is it still such an issue for shopping for women to feel happy when they go? Like, shopping for me is very stressful. I don't enjoy it. And I'm like, I'm an only child. My mom and I used to go shopping all the time with her two sisters, my two aunts that we're very close with, all the time on the weekend, and it was like our thing to do, family time out, go have lunch or go see a movie that night on Saturday and call it a day and have Sunday as lazy day, like, or cleaning day for Jenny. But somewhere between doing that as a child, turning into a teenager, being a teenager, and now a young adult, it has become stressful. And I've heard other people talk about that, but not in the same context or in the same wording, but in other ways too. It's just, why is this such an issue? Why hasn't it changed? Or is it our way of thinking? Is it my way of thinking? Could be, but like, I just don't want other people feeling that way either, because I know how I felt on the weekend, and it put me in a mood for a really long time. Like, I put myself in a mood, I mean. No, nothing was bad about the experience, except for how I felt trying on a pair of jeans that rejected me, because the sizing was confusing for me. But that's all. That's all I had to say. That's all I could really think about since then, because those jeans really do fit me nicely. It's just, they're always gonna be that size of jeans, bigger, but they're the same bandwidth. Like, Chris and I held up the jeans waist to waist, holding them together, and they're the same thing. But they'll always be in my head, so-and-so waist instead of what I thought. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you know of any online variety tall jean websites other than what I've listed, because that's all I know, and that's what my mom's gone to ever since she can remember. But let me know what if you feel the same way, or if you ever have shopping stress, or that frustration of when you have to try on clothes, or you need to get new clothes because your wardrobe's changed, t-shirts are now see-through, or something, life has happened in some way. Let me know. Anyways, that's it. That's all this is really talking about, is clothing. So girly, but let me know. Have a good one. Bye.